All right, welcome in, folks. We are here in the beautiful town of Arcata, Humboldt, actually. Tuning into the Healdsburg Prune Packers versus Humboldt Crabs game. I'm Ryan Moffett alongside my partner, Hugo Traverso, and we get to enjoy the great Crabs band here before today's game. Hugo, what are you looking forward to in today's first playoff game in the championship series?
Well, I'm looking forward to some great baseball. These two teams have set themselves apart from the rest of the league this year, Ryan. They've played immaculate baseball. The Prune Packers dominant in their league performance, 5-1, including a 3-0 sweep here at Arcata Ballpark against the Crabs. The Crabs have dominated the rest of the league. It's going to be a good one here. It's Championship Series. The band is down. The fans are out. Arcata Ballpark is packed, and we are rocking for a great Championship Series.
You're right, and you were telling me before the game the stadium pulse is at an all-time high, and I couldn't agree with you more. It's a great playoff atmosphere. We're excited to watch it, and especially excited to watch Cole Tremaine starting on the bump tonight for the Prune Packers. Hugo, what can we expect to see out of him?
Oh, well, Tremaine has been dominant. 16 and a third innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, only 3 walks, a 1.65 ERA, and a 2-0 record. He has been pretty good for the Pack this year.
Definitely, and we'll have to wait to see him till the bottom of the first. But we're going to get to see this great Healdsburg Prune Packers batting order. Starting off with Antonelli Salvatore, then Max Martinez and Logan Stutter, Cade Ladahoff in the 4 spot, Alex Leopard, Hideki Prather, Drake DiGiorno, Cade Campbell, and then the 9 spot, Jace Souza. So a wonderful lineup to start things off in the first playoff game.
Yeah, the Packers, they got Sutter back. He was down in the southeast supporting his girlfriend, and now he's back. He's better than ever, too. Got some power back in the lineup. And just looking at it, that 3-4-5, arguably 2-3-4-5 for the Packers today have been dominant. And that's the power out of the order. Max Martinez out of USC, he was incredibly great at this ballpark last weekend in a series sweep. Hit a home run out to right field. He's been great.
Yeah, and you talk about Sutter coming back strong. First game back with the Pack, he ripped an RBI single, and you can't ask for more. Coach Gomes and the team glad to have him back. And the Packers offense, they're going against this tough Humboldt defense. And for their defense, Jacob Pappas over in left field, Timmy Reed in center, Tyler Howard in right, and then for their infield left to right, Keenan Morris, Michael Perazzo, Cameron Sewell, and Tate Medikoff. And then behind the dish, Liam Forsythe, and on the mound, Cameron Sasso. Hugo, which guys do you like on the Humboldt defense?
Well, Humboldt, there is speedy and skilled defense. Tyler Howard, he's a veteran out of UC Davis, batting .351 this year. But in the field, he has been a rover out there in right field, protecting all parts of the ballpark. And, I mean, look at the guy on the mound. He's only seen limited games this year for Humboldt. 4 games, only 1 started, 11 and a third innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, 5 walks at 3.18 ERA. But Stasso, he has not seen the Packers yet this year. He's looking for a dominant start to this series.
Yeah, definitely. And as we prepare for this game, they start to call out the lineups. It's a bit of an overcast view here, some dark clouds, but that's what you come to expect when you're out here by the ocean, Hugo. Chilly weather, slight breeze, but no better place than playoff baseball here in Humboldt.
We'll step aside for the national anthem. Be right back with first pitch.
Enjoying the world famous Traverso band. And remove your cap.
So a great performance to the national anthem from the world-famous Humboldt Crabs marching band. Been around in this league for a while. But anyways, we're going to have first pitch here in just a moment. Got an interesting uniform matchup, Ryan.
Yeah, not something you see every day. Humboldt Crabs rocking the digital camos, a little bit of tan camo action going on with the white pants, and then the Packers rocking their all-gray tank top jerseys with the black undershirts. So, yeah, it's good thing there's not a fashion show going on.
Yeah, the Crabs, they always bring some interesting jerseys. When we saw them at Rec Park earlier in the season, we saw them bring their camo jerseys, their tie-dye jerseys, and their American flag jerseys. So they definitely don't hold back on the trip. They're having their first pitches right here, something we don't really see at Rec Park. We see our first pitch a lot earlier in the ball game, but there's a nice first pitch.
Yeah, fairly accurate. Not sure who it is. Maybe Bradley Cooper?
Potentially, kind of looks like him.
So now, starting to warm up is Cameron Sasso. And watching him throw his first pitch out. Getting some speed on that as the sun is slightly starting to fall down over Humboldt Field. Still mostly sunny though, but creeping to crawl under these bleachers here. A real cool vibe here at Humboldt Crab Stadium. Sunken in a little bit. So it's been like an underground feel, and then we've got the highway out past left field, so cars watch out. Might be some home runs causing some collisions maybe. And then over in right field, you've got the town hall for Humboldt. So there's a lot going on in this centralized area. And this great Humboldt Crabs Stadium just outside of downtown Humboldt. So fans won't have to travel too far after the game to either celebrate or mourn the loss with a nice cold beer.
We understand we're having some audio connection issues right now, so we're going to get the first inning going, and then we will check down our audio. I understand it's been a little choppy, and we're going to start the check with unplugging one of our ambient mics. Let's see if that solves any questions. If you guys could please please check if our audio has fixed itself now. It's been a little choppy because we added an extra mic because of the radio style. Is the audio back? Can you please comment if the audio is back?
Yeah, we'll have to see and wait on your feedback on the audio, but for the meantime, the game is officially about to get started, and Antonelli Sabateri leading off for the Pack as he watches another pitch go by, 2-0 count.
Anyone listening, if they can please check the audio, be much obliged.
So 2-0 count for Sabateri. Here comes the pitch from Sasso. Hard hit ball by Sabateri, and it's going to drop over in left field for a single. Great way to start this playoff game for the Packers, and you see Sabateri over on first throwing up the dragon celebration. Packers are known for that, and he's excited to start his first playoff appearance with the Packers with a hit. So now coming up next in the order for the batters, Max Martinez out of USC as he chops this one over to third, firing to second. They're going to try to turn two. Not in time over at first, though. They get the lead man, Sabateri, but not Martinez over at first. So now coming up, the three-batter, Logan Sutter, who we just mentioned, just came back from supporting his girlfriend at her pageant competition. Shout out Sophie Bartolucci, fellow Packer intern. Great social media work this year. As there is a ball right there to Logan Sutter.
The audio will break up for just a second, ladies and gentlemen, as we try and fix our audio issues.
And right there's the strike to Logan Sutter. Count evens out at 1-1. And we talked about it before the game, Hugo. This Humboldt Crabs crowd, they are some of the best fans in the PEL. They are active throughout the whole game, all 9 innings. They're working just as well as the players.
Yes, they are. They have been bringing it tonight. A lot of heckles. They're packing out the park here. It's a big crowd.
Yeah, it definitely is, and they've got that crabgrass band that is constantly playing. 1-2 count for Logan Sutter. Sasso checking on the runner at first, throws back. Not going to get Max Martinez. Safe at first. So count still 1-2 after the throw back to first. Sasso still checking at first. Here comes the pitch. Gets it by Sutter, and Sutter gets rung up looking, and he's going to look back at the umpire, maybe ask him where it was located, and head back to the dugout.
We apologize, ladies and gentlemen. There seems to be a receiver issue because the broadcast is being broadcasted on the radio up in Humboldt. So there seems to be a receiver issue. We're gonna, after the top of the first inning, we're gonna have to pause the broadcast for a second, and kind of fix everything up because there's something going haywire with the connection here.
Is this a weak grounder over to third, and bobbling it is Keenan Morris. It gets away from his gloves, so just like that, Cade Ladhoff will get on by error. Hugo, do you think this has anything to do with this tsunami warning?
Potentially, I have no idea.
So now coming up is Alex Leopard. We'll see what he has to do here in the top of the first with 2 down and 2 on. Martinez over at second and Ladhoff right behind him at first. Here comes the pitch. Down low in the dirt to Leopard. Make it a 1-0 count. And Leopard, a guy that's hitting .289 this season. He's one of those bats that just has that it factor. You never know what's going to happen. Something big can happen every time he steps into the box. So 1-0 count. The pitch on its way from Sasso, and Leopard fouls that one over towards his own dugout. Make it a 1-1 count now. All tied up for Leopard. Sasso getting ready to serve it up to Leopard. He checks on the runner at second. Pitch on its way. And down low. Once more for a 2-1 count. Pitch from Sasso swung on right down the first base line, and they will call it foul. So Leopard trying to feel out Sasso in his first at bat, and the count goes 2-2. The field keeps transitioning from sunny to cloudy. So now it's very shady here and gets a little colder. Sasso pitches that and high and outside. Count now full.
We apologize again, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get that fixed up after the completion of this half inning.
So full count for Alex Leopard. Cameron Sasso. Checking over at second. Here comes the pitch. Swung on by Leopard. High over into the right center gap, and it will be caught by Timmy Reed. So Packers leave 2 runners on in the top of the first, and the score 0-0.
All right, we're going to hope the audio fixed itself here. We're entering the bottom of the first. Packers still 0-0. Ryan, take it away.
Yeah, hopefully this audio sounds solid enough, but you never know. When in Humboldt, I don't know. It could be worse than Healdsburg, but I think Hugo and I struggle with technology curses. We might be cursed. There could be a witch following us around that just hates technology. I'm not sure, but we're bringing you the game here in Humboldt, and it is a loud Humboldt Crabs crowd as Cole Tremaine prepares for his appearance in Humboldt as the first pitch lined out into left field and caught by Antonelli Savatere. So a good piece of hitting just right out to Savatere.
Yeah, let's look at this order. Keenan Morris leads off. He's been batting .327. He's followed by Tyler Howard from UC Davis. Cameron Sewell sits in the 3 spot. Adam Enyart is batting cleanup. Liam Forsythe, Jacob Pappas, and then the 7-8-9 is Tate Medikoff, Timmy Reed, and Michael Parazzo. So Packers defense is looking a little different than normal, but the past week we've learned some new faces playing some new positions.
Yeah, definitely. The defense will go over right here as this one's fouled off and onto the street. Now an 0-2 count for Tyler Howard, but in left field, Antonelli Savatere, Jay Souza in center, and then Alex Leopard in right. And the infield from left to right, Drake DiGiorno, Cade Campbell, Max Martinez, and Logan Sutter. And then behind the dish, Hideki Prather. And here's Cole Tremaine's pitch as that one's fouled off and looks like it catches a piece of Hideki Prather's thigh. So the umpire is going to give him a minute and walk a new ball out to Cole Tremaine. And yeah, you talked about new faces. Drake DiGiorno, we're starting to get familiar with him as he was a new addition for the Packers, and he's been a great addition both offense and defense, Hugo.
Yes, he has. Out of the University of Utah, brings some pop, knows how to play with altitude. Unfortunately, not a lot of these ballparks at altitude. Arcata, we are right here at sea level. Sun setting over the horizon. We're beautiful Arcata ballpark. I have the problem pinpointed. Our audio from the shotgun mic was not working.
I see. As this hit into right field, and that's going to drop over the wall. It keeps trailing off and off and off over the wall. Make it a home run.
And Tyler Howard, that's his 4th homer of the season, 25 RBIs. First homer of the playoffs, and the Packers are down early.
Yeah, that was a solid hit by Howard. And that's no slouch of a wall out there and right. Pretty tall wall.
Yeah, I'd say about anywhere from 15 to 20 feet out there in right field. Short porch, 304 feet to right, so I think that went about 330 if I had to gauge that. That's potentially out at Rec Park. I don't know.
So Tremaine going to try to bounce back from that against Cameron Sewell. As there's a ball, and it's tough to bounce back when the Crabs crowd, which was already so lively, is 10 times that after a home run.
Yeah, they're definitely aggressive with the heckles.
As Tremaine misses outside, but Tremaine, he's used to the other side of it. He was telling us before the game he actually played for the Humboldt Crabs after his first year out of high school.
And he's used to this ballpark. He knows the history of these two teams. This is not a better historical team matchup for a championship series. And we should mention the wind is blowing out to center field about, I'd say about 5 to 8 miles an hour. Not anything super aggressive, but still got that coastal wind that should pick up towards as the night moves on.
You amaze me, Hugo. I would not be able to gauge how fast that wind is.
Yeah, I'm not a meteorologist, but
How many knots?
oh, I couldn't tell you.
All right. Well, here's Cole Tremaine working with the full count. Pitch on its way, fouled off by Sewell. Good job to stay alive.
Yeah, Sewell, very, very good hitter. He, well, sees it well. 377 average on the year, 8 homers, 41 RBIs, and 11 doubles. Just been all over the diamond for the Crabs out of Sacramento State.
Tremaine's pitch missing upstairs. And that's going to walk Sewell over to first.
See, this is where the controversy comes in with the number 2 seed getting the first home game of the series, and they're hyped. Sewell took that walk and was extremely happy.
So now up to the plate, Adam Enyart. Still working with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. As he swings at the first pitch from Tremaine, popped up into foul territory. Sutter working against the chain link fence and catches it for out number 2. I see you preparing your glove up here, Hugo. Were you ready for that?
I'm always ready, Ryan. I'm always ready.
Good answer.
Someone needs to protect you.
Wow, thank you. I needed that.
Now batting from Southeast Missouri, number 5, catcher, Liam Forsythe.
So now up for the Crabs, Liam Forsythe. 2 down for the Packers, trying to get out of this first inning after giving up 1 run. As first pitch fouled off by Forsythe over towards that beer garden.
And Forsythe on the year, batting .304, 8 doubles. This has definitely been a team that rakes, gets a lot of doubles.
Tremaine's pitch swung on and fouled off, this time over the huts and onto the street.
Yeah, with the diamond being sunken in, plays almost like Stanford. This ball gets hit, you know, it would be a line drive at Rec Park over into the opponent's bullpen, is hit right onto the street here in Arcata.
Got to be rough financially. You probably pay for a lot more balls. So here's Tremaine working with the 0-2 count against Forsythe, and he got him. Sits him down. Forsythe goes down swinging. Make it a strikeout for Cole Tremaine. After a bit of a rocky start, giving up a home run. Crabs lead 1-0. We'll be back in the top of the second. Welcome back here in the top of the second. And the Packers will look to get their offensive day started to match the production of the Crabs. As that pitch right there, they're going to say no swing on Hideki Prather's check swing.
Yeah, he didn't go around there. That was a nice fastball in on the hands, but Prather, he held up.
Second pitch to Prather, and that one even more inside. Looks like it hits off the knob of the bat of Prather.
Yeah, that's one that, I mean, other than the fact that it's going to hurt your hand, literally, it's got to hurt you mentally because it's different from a 2-0 and a 1-1. Well, you get a hitter's count, you get a better pitch to hit. This guy has definitely been working in on Prather. We'll see what he does. I think he might look to throw outside here.
As here's the pitch to Prather. He watches that. Missed the zone for ball number 2. 2-1 count, and I think Prather likes wearing these tank top jerseys. I mean, look at his arms, Hugo. He was making fun of me for my skinny arms before the game, but now I see he can stand on business as he's rocking some guns of his own.
Yeah, Clemson, they definitely have a very good weight training program there.
2-1 on its way. Prather gets jammed up right back to the pitcher. He's going to throw it to first and beat out Prather. So Prather with a soft dribbler back to Sasso will get him out to start off the inning.
A tough one there for Prather. Got him on the third inside fastball. And now it is time for none other than Drake DiGiorno.
Yeah, Drake DiGiorno, we talked about him earlier. Newer addition, but he came onto the scene hot and ready. Oops, that's Little Caesars. I'm sorry, Hugo. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry to all the fans. Pizza jokes are horrible. As there is a first pitch strike to DiGiorno.
Yeah, DiGiorno, breaking ball there, kind of froze him. Slider that started at his hip and broke right down the middle.
Second pitch to DiGiorno. Gonna miss outside the zone. Count evens out at 1-1.
He goes back to that slider, trying to get a chase. This crowd is ruthless.
It is. They don't let up. Sasso fires the pitch, and umpire gonna call that a strike. Bit of a late signal from him, but count now 1-2. And yeah, I think these fans, they might heckle a child if he went out there to bat for the Packers. There's no letting up. The 1-2 on its way. And they're gonna ring up DiGiorno. He watches strike 3 go by. Make it 2 outs now against the first 2 batters Sasso sees in the top of the second.
Well, Sasso, he went back to that inside fastball and rung him up right across the letters. Great pitch from Sasso. Tough call there. Like to know if that one caught the zone, but these umpires have been hand-selected for this game, so like to have faith in that.
As the first pitch hit out into right field. Underneath it for the catch is Howard. So 3 up, 3 down. The Humboldt Crabs came to play in Game 1 of this championship series. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, folks. It's the bottom of the second here in Humboldt. And Hugo, he is a trooper, still just got the polo on. I'm here bundled up in a couple layers, and Hugo is as tough as it gets. He's a man that could live out by the ocean forever.
Well, yeah, it kind of comes with my upbringing. My mom and dad love the ocean, and I myself also love the ocean.
That's right here. Pappas fouls that one down the line against Tremaine.
Spiaggia is what we would say in Italian, the beach, the bathing.
That's a word for beach.
Yeah, spiaggia.
Thought it was a word for weirdo. Here's the pitch from Tremaine. Crushed out into left field. That's a tall wall, though. It's bouncing off. Going for second and make it a stand-up triple for Jacob Pappas. What a hit, Hugo. Excuse me, a double, Hugo.
Yeah, that was a double there from Pappas, and that's great for him. I mean, that's great for Humboldt in general. That one was crushed. That one does not stay in the ballpark at Rec Park, I tell you that. That was about 350 off the bat, hit off the wall out there around the 343 sign, but would have cleared that green wall with the freeway out there. Without the extended wall, that one's out.
Yeah, that was smashed. As this one's hit right up the middle by Tate Metcalf, and it's going to be a stop sign over at third for Jacob Pappas, fearing the arm of Jay Souza in center.
Yeah, well, it's not a terrible spot here for the Packers. That's got to be a pick-me-up there for Metcalf. 231 batting average heading in to the playoffs, and gets a nice, powerful swing on it. Line to base hit over there. We'll see what Coach Gomes does as he comes out to talk to his right-hander. Tremaine has a lot of experience. Went to Baylor, then went to Cal. Timmy Reed at the plate, batting .244. This is a chance for a double play, but the question is, does your infield come home?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll have to see as Gomes talks with his guys, and there's some movement going on over in the bullpen. It looks like Blake Crawford taking his hoodie off and gonna get some plyo ball work in.
Yeah, Blake Crawford, he's been the long reliever for the Packers this year, getting him ready. He's been a guy that has been their go-to on the road. Had some good outings in Lincoln, good outings up here in Arcata, and now could once again potentially have another good outing.
So Cole Tremaine gonna get some more time as Blake Crawford warms up. And it's a tough situation for him. Runners on first and third.
Well, the Packers, they've definitely come back earlier on this year, but having home field advantage here at Arcata Ballpark when it matters is really helping the Crabs. So Packers fans, if you can hear that cry, please pack the stands at Rec Park. I want the football bleachers loaded. We need to make that place rock.
Wow, Hugo, you could be a fight promoter. You got me pumped. So right now it's Timmy Reed up to the plate, the center fielder, as he watches that pitch miss inside. 1-1 count for him.
I'm talking we need Penn State whiteout energy.
Wow. Here's Tremaine. Swung on by Timmy Reed, and that's going to go right down the line and go foul.
Huge there for the Packers. If they can get a strikeout here, it's Michael Peranzo. And Peranzo, he's batting .255 with 7 RBIs. Not the greatest amount of pop off the bat, kind of a guy who hits a lot of singles. But if they can get a strikeout here and a nice ground ball, turn 2, get out of this jam, it's going to be a huge pick-me-up for Cole Tremaine as he tries to ride this out for 3, maybe 4 innings.
So Tremaine, here he is with the 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch to Reed. Swung on and fouled down that first base line again.
Great job by the Crabs hitters to just make contact today. They're not even trying to launch it anywhere. They just want contact. And this ballpark is a place that plays to contact. 370 to dead center, 304 down the right field line, 307 to left, but albeit with a 30-foot wall. Got to play that. A lot of doubles in this ballpark.
Definitely. As Tremaine misses outside on that pitch.
And
Evens out at 2-2.
Just trying to get Reed to chase there. Reed holds up. Very, very good hitter. Wind settled down now. Still blowing out to center, though.
I still feel it. As there it is, Tremaine sits down Reed. Beautiful pitch to get Reed to swing and miss on.
Yeah, great job there by Tremaine. Definitely a confidence builder. Now with Michael Perazzo coming to the plate. Packers have those corner infielders in. Sutter at first, guarding the runner, Medikoff. Medikoff not really a threat to steal, but wouldn't be shocked if they send a little double steal there. Hideki, though, he's got a great arm.
Yeah, one of the more talented catchers in the PEL when it comes to throwing it down. I mean, Packers, they've had some amazing catchers this year in Ladahoff, Prather, and Alex Burge, all guys we've seen gun down multiple runners while stealing. Here's the 0-1, and he shows bunt, but pulls back as it's a ball.
That was ambitious there, a little safety squeeze. DiGiorno clocked that immediately, charging in from third. I mean, at this point, if you're Humboldt, you get the loaded bases with the top of the order. That's a good spot, but still, one out, double play ends the inning.
And shows bunt once more, but pulls back as it's another ball. 2-1 count from Cole Tremaine.
I mean, Hideki, if they do, I think Tremaine's got to throw in the zone here. He's got to face the fact if he does bunt, just Hideki holds it.
Bunt shown once more down the first base line. No one on first covering. And make it a great offensive play. Some small ball, Hugo, for another score for the Crabs.
Yeah, safety squeeze there, and it's 2-0. It's 2-0 now. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Crabs. No runs, 1 hit for the Packers in the bottom of the second. This is a rough start here. Not the best, not the worst for the Packers. They've rallied back from worse, but you never know.
It's right there, a wild pitch, and just like that, runners will advance. Runners on second and third now for the Crabs.
Yeah, this crowd definitely rattling Tremaine a little bit, almost like he's a Cal guy, so it's almost like he's playing at Autzen Stadium in Oregon.
Yeah, this crowd only getting louder with every run the Crabs score.
And now it's Morris. He's the leadoff guy and great contact hitter.
Pitch to Morris, and he's going to hold back his swing as it's down low in the dirt and gets away from Prather, but is able to find it.
All the Packers really need to do here is they need to hold the Crabs here to only 2 runs. And if they can get a little bit of some length from Blake Crawford, the lefty warming up in the pen, and some offense, hopefully, some offensive explosion, that would be incredible.
Exactly. That's what the Packers need, but they got to get out of here first. 1-1 count to Morris. Pitch on its way, swung on. Sutter checks home and then tags first base for an out.
A great job there by Logan Sutter. Looks, stares down the man at third and just tags the bag. So 2 down now for the Pack.
Yeah, good heads-up play right there. Still 2 in scoring position, though, as now Tyler Howard comes up.
I got to say, this is a great atmosphere.
First pitch to Howard, in for a strike. So Tremaine ahead in the count, 0-1. Pitch on its way upstairs. Count now 1-1.
Yeah, that one a little bit above the letters across the chest of Tyler Howard. A lot of bragging rights going in this championship series with the amount of UC Davis Aggies.
Definitely. As this one fouled back into the netting. 1-2 count.
Yeah, we might see some Aggies for the Packers today. Mason Lerma was expected to pitch.
Yeah, we saw him over in the bullpen. Just a hoodie on right now, so he's just chilling. Maybe playing some hacky sack in a minute.
Yeah, Lerma's warm-up routine can be 2-3 innings long, and it's definitely fun to watch.
As this crushed out into center, given chase is Souza, bouncing off the wall. One comes in, make it two, and it's a double for Tyler Howard. What a day.
He's having himself a game. Homer and a double in back-to-back innings, and the Crabs have made the Packers feel the shell shock. 4-0 already up here in Humboldt.
I like that, Hugo. Shell shock. I get it. I get it. Crabs, they got shells. And holy cow, Howard came out of here hot. Maybe that's the home crowd to thank. A home run and a double. 3 RBIs so far, and we're just in the second inning. So now it's Cameron Sewell, the pitch from Tremaine. Missing the zone, make it 1-0.
Yeah, that one just a bit outside, trying to get the Crabs hitters to reach.
Tremaine checking on the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Inside and down by the feet of Sewell.
Yeah, he got out of the way just in the nick of time. Sewell, talented hitter. And with 2 outs, base hit puts the Packers out of slam range here early. A lot of baseball left here in Arcata.
Still plenty. As there's the pitch from Tremaine. Missing the zone, 3 straight balls now to Cameron Sewell.
Yeah, Tremaine just not his night tonight. Having some trouble. If the Packers can get out of this inning, maybe give Tremaine one more inning, see if he can prove himself.
As here's his pitch, swung on and crushed over towards the beer garden they have down right field. So Tremaine working with a 3-1 count.
Our incredible owner and president of the league, Natalie Norman, hanging with us here on the gantry. Sewell walks back-to-back at-bats.
Yeah, rough start here for the Packers and Cole Tremaine, as Coach Joey Gomes will head out to the mound to take the ball away and prepare for a new pitcher. And Tremaine's day over after giving up 4 runs in 2 innings, or an inning and 2/3.
Yeah, tough one there. Final line, inning in 2/3 for him, gives up 4 runs. What's up? 5 hits. Only walks 2, but that's to Cameron Sewell.
And it's Blake Crawford that's coming into the game. He was warming up in the bullpen for about an inning, and now it's his time to shine in the playoffs.
Well, the band's playing Heartbreaker right now, and it's the Packers' time to do just that. They need to break the hearts of these Humboldt Crabs fans, as they have done arguably 4 games straight in their matchups. But this is the glory of the playoffs. Things can flip on a dime. Blake Crawford, let's look at his regular season numbers. 17 and 2/3 innings pitched, 2-0 record, 29 strikeouts, 10 walks. Out of the University of Oregon, dominant guy. Westland, Oregon, Westland High School, one of the top recruits out of Oregon. The Ducks signed him And the Packers now looking for him to stop the Crabs.
Yeah, that'll be the task. Just first get out of this inning and then minimize damage after that. Give your offense a chance to get back in it.
And he doesn't get an easy task at hand. Adam Enyart will lead off. He'll be followed by Liam Forsyth and then Jacob Pappas. But 2 outs, so Enyart 0 for 1, popped out to first. Has not had a great few games against the Packers, especially at Rec Park. Crawford needs to lock down here.
And got to just focus in here as this crowd, not sure what they yell about, but they'll yell about anything. They'll let you know.
Oh, yeah, they have said a lot.
And said nothing at the same time.
Yeah, the funny part about the hecklers is you bring them down to the dugout and you have them say directly to the player's face. Most of them would cower. I'd argue some of these Crabs fans would actually say it.
Definitely. I think they stand on their word.
They stand on business up here in Humboldt.
I like it. I like the environment. I like, the competitiveness that it brings. It's a great playoff environment. So Blake Crawford getting ready for his first batter here in Adam Enyart. Popped out in foul territory last at bat. Looking to improve here. He'll have to see what Crawford's working with first. Pitch on its way. And that's going to skip in front of the plate, and just like that, runners advance. Runners on second and third now.
Well, Crawford being put in a tough spot here. Runners on second and third, 2 down. They need a lockdown here.
1 out to get him out of here. Crawford takes a breath, and here's his pitch. Big swing and a miss. It tipped off the bat of Enyart right there.
Yeah, 1-1 with 2 outs here. Crawford might go right back to that area.
We'll see if he likes it. And he'll miss outside for ball number 2.
Yeah, Packer pitchers have not been hitting the zone today. A lot of first pitch strikes for the Crabs.
So 2-1's the count. Crawford, here's his pitch. In the zone. Crabs fans disagree, but it's strike number 2 against Enyart. Crawford with the chance to get out of the bottom of the second. Pitch grounded over to the shortstop. Campbell's throw on time. Gets the out, and Packers will head to the top of the third, but not after 3 runs. 4-0. They've got some work to do in the top of the third. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Welcome back here in the top of the third. Packers on offense and looking to get a bit of a comeback started, Hugo, as they're down 4-0. And leading off for the Pack right here is Jay Souza as he rips one foul.
Well, Souza, he is not new to the leadoff spot. Batting ninth today, but leading off this third inning, he is normally the leadoff hitter for the Pack, but they moved him to the 9-hole to try to bring back some of that back half offense with the lineup. They've seen Sasso for 2 innings. Let's see if they can see him for a third. Maybe see some balls over the wall, but that was a nasty pitch from Sasso to strike out Souza.
That was disgusting. He got Souza to chase and made him look silly as the offensive struggles continue.
And now Antonelli Savatere, recent transfer to the University of Houston, and go be a Cougar next year. 4-0 lead for the Crabs.
As this one grounded right over towards Medikoff, and he's going to tag his bag. So quick work here from Sasso.
Yeah, Sasso definitely understanding the approach, knowing how to beat these Packer hitters. He's been doing pretty well. Mike, to answer your question, there should be a live box score on Point Streak.
Yeah, you're right, Hugo. Point Streak, they've got that. You're always pulling it up for out-of-town games, and you've always got it down, so you know your stuff. As here's the pitch from Sasso, and weakly hit foul by Max Martinez. So it's an 0-2 count now for Max Martinez in his second go-round against Sasso.
Yeah, Martinez out of the University of Southern California. He was kind of a guy who came in freshman year and gained more responsibilities as the season went on. Injuries occurred, and he anchored that Trojans team in the regional up in Corvallis. Ultimately fell a little short to Oregon State, a stacked team that ended up going all the way to Omaha.
So it's a 1-2 count on its way to Martinez and missing upstairs. And dominant day so far from Cameron Sasso. I mean, keeping the Packers in check, and 3 strikeouts so far to go along with it. Looking for possibly another here against Martinez. Pitch on its way. Swung on by Martinez. He fouls it right back into himself.
Yeah, right now Martinez just trying to ebb and flow with Sasso. Grounded into a fielder's choice last inning, beat out the throw to first.
Martinez ready for the pitch. Here it is. Lines it right out into center, and underneath it is Reed. And just like that, Sasso continues to have a hold on these Packers bats. 4-0 still the score. We'll be back in the bottom of the third. All right, we're back here in the bottom of the third, and it is Blake Crawford on the mound for his first full inning of work. Got out of the jam last inning, but still 4-0 score, so he's going to look to put in some quick work like we just saw from Cameron Sasso to get his offense back up as this is fouled off against the backstop.
Yeah, Liam Forsythe at the plate. He is the only player for the Crabs to not put a ball into play yet outside of Cameron Sewell. He made a positive 2 at-bats, walking twice, but Forsythe, he saw the door last time, struck out. We'll see if Crawford can get the same result the second time. I think the problem right here has just been throwing those first pitch strikes. It's really been a big confidence thing for the Packers. The way that the Crabs have been hitting, they've been making great contact, so it's hard for them to locate in the zone.
Is that a compliment to the Crabs social media team?
Well, I've been thinking so much about our social media content, the great stuff that we put out. You can follow us on Instagram at Prune Packers, and on TikTok at Prune Packers, and on Twitter too. Twitter, though, is more analytical and data, so if you're interested in that, you can also follow the Pack Empire League. But yeah, follow the Packers. We produce some great videos today.
Yes, today, Hugo, we got some great playoff videos up here in Humboldt, talking to the players, and there might be some after the game. We'll see how it goes.
Yes, it's always a fun road trip, even if you're driving 4 hours.
Yes. You can sleep most of it.
Yeah. I don't think we slept any of it.
Maybe.
Got some good conversations in, though, with players, talking to some greats, learning some great stories from Mason Lerma and Brandon Mann and Keegan O'Hearn.
So it's a 2-2 count. Blake Crawford, here comes his pitch. Big swing and a miss. And just like that, you talked about it, Hugo. You projected it. Liam Forsythe's second strikeout of the day.
Yeah, sees the door again. Just a nasty fastball there. I believe that might have been a sinker from Crawford. Just insanely filthy. Packers, they brought nearly the entire team today up to Humboldt. No night-long stay. Everyone drives home after this. Depending on the result of this game and the result of Game 2, we might have a Game 3 winner-take-all game on Friday at Rec Park. Game 2 will be in Healdsburg at Rec Park.
Yeah, maybe coming down to the wire. As here's the pitch from Crawford, outside for a ball.
The Packers never really been on the back leg of things. 4 consecutive state championships. So this would be an interesting bit of a surprise if they drop Game 1 here.
Yeah, definitely. As another great pitch from Crawford, blowing it by him for a strike.
His velo is unmatched. This is unbelievable. I mean, we've seen guys like Keegan O'Hearn, we've seen guys like Brandon Mann, but Crawford, he can command that fastball, and it's so filthy when he does.
Yeah, definitely, as this one's fouled off onto the road. Watch out, cars.
Yeah, no windshield is protected here.
So 2-2 count now for Jacob Pappas. The score right now, 4-0. Crabs ahead, and holy cow! That fouled off over towards an apartment balcony and caught in a fishing net, Hugo.
Yeah,
only in Humboldt.
Great catch. Made by a fan watching from his balcony.
Oh my goodness. And there it is, Blake Crawford shuts down the cheers for that man as he puts down Pappas with a strikeout.
And so back-to-back strikeouts for Crawford, definitely gaining some confidence. Like I mentioned, if the Packers can extend this outing with Crawford and get some length from him and then get some later offense, they've never really had very early offensive explosions this year. Only those have been few and far between. So Getting some middle inning offense would be huge for them.
Yeah, it could be big. So already an 0-1 count here for Tate Metcalf. And the pitch missing outside there. Count goes 1-1.
Yeah, Metcalf, he singled his last time up.
Pitch on its way, down low in the dirt. So Crawford just trying to get his offense back out there and put some work in to cut into this 4-0 lead that the Crabs have. Here comes the pitch from Crawford. He's missing outside. Three and one count now for Metcalf. Blake Crawford fires, swung on. Hard hit out into center field in the right center gap and caught by Jay Souza for out number 3. A good inning of work from Blake Crawford, and it's much needed because the Packers down 4-0. We'll see you guys in the top of the 4th.
And we're back. Logan Sutter leads things off for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Top of the 4th inning, Logan Sutter, Cade Lanahoff, and Alex Leopard do up the power alley for the Packers.
Yeah.
So the first pitch to Sutter, inside, called ball 1-0. Logan Sutter, 9 homers, 32 RBIs, 9 doubles. In a shorter amount of games than normal. He went pageant hunting. The pitch, this one is grounded hard right into the shift. Second baseman makes the play over to first. That one was hit towards where the shortstop would normally play, but Humboldt shifting. That is the first time I've seen that in the PEL this year.
I mean, win in the playoffs, why not? Pull out all the stops to stop the Packers.
And now it's going to be Cade Lanahoff. Some power here needed. Sasso is dominating for the Crabs, and he can get some length. Hasn't pitched a lot this year out of Colorado State Pueblo, and he sees a fastball right down the middle for called strike 1. Great run on that. Leopard, lefty on deck. The pitch outside. 1-1. Lanahoff, he wears some tape on the side of his helmet. Kind of like Jake McCoy. The 1-1. This one is slapped into right field. Coming in on it and making the play is Tyler Howard. And Lanahoff is retired.
Holy cow, Hugo Howard with an amazing jump off that. I mean, right off the bat, he was charging in and made it look easy on what was a shallow hit ball.
Yeah, a little bit of a duck fart there, if you will.
No, not here, Hugo. It was, though. It was a bit of a duck fart. I'll give you that.
Yeah, unsuspectingly, the wind has pretty much died here.
Really? I'm still getting a breeze on the back of my neck, Hugo. It might be you breathing, but I am chilly.
Well, Alex Leopard sees that one catch the outside part of the plate for strike one. Leopard standing in the box, open up to that right side, trying to deposit one over at the City Council building of Arcata. He fouls it off, straight back, 0-2. So 2 down, Packers down 4-0 here in the top of the fourth. Been a tough one, to say the least. They're heckling him here. Let's see what he can do. Can he silence the haters? The 0-2. Got him. 3 up, 3 down for 3 consecutive innings with a strikeout. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Packers still trail 4-0. We're back, bottom of the fourth here in Arcata. Temperatures dying, 8:05 local time. .60 degrees here in Arcata. It's a cold one.
It is, Hugo. I'm sensitive. I'm a chilly guy, I guess. I'm not built for this weather.
Well, I mean, it's the glory of NorCal. You go from here to the other side of those coastal mountains, and it just becomes an absolute heater. 60 degrees here, but it might be 80 on the other side of those mountains. Beautiful beautiful backdrop here in Humboldt. You got the redwoods way out there. But anyways, it is going to be Timmy Reed, followed by Peranzo, and then the top of the order, due up. Crawford looking to continue his dominance. Packers got the first 3 up, 3 down inning last inning. Reed donning the number 3 for the Crabs. Crawford into his windup. Reed shows bunt. He did go, and that's going to be strike 1. Reed struck out last time. The 0-1. That one crossed the letters, called strike 2. A lot of blood between these two teams. A lot of history, a lot of tradition. Two historical ballparks, Arcata Ballpark and Recreation Park in Healdsburg. And Timmy Reed rung up On the outside fastball, Blake Crawford cruising his third strikeout in 4 batters.
Yeah, Blake Crawford is just proving to be the answer that the Packers needed defensively. And if he can keep this going, he's giving them a chance.
Now that one in there for a called strike. We are under a tsunami warning. Very interesting. 8.7 magnitude earthquake over by the, I believe, Aleutian Islands out in Alaska, off the tail of Alaska. That one fouled off. 0-2 now with 1 down.
Did you feel it, Hugo?
I feel everything.
Whoa.
I feel everything.
It's deep. You're
Nah,
a poet.
Yes, I am. Well, anyways, 0-2 with 1 comes in, makes the catch, 2 down.
Yeah, good play right there. Looks like he had to deal with the sun a little bit. Sun not fully down behind these buildings behind us.
Yeah, lots of people still filing into the ballpark here. I've just seen about 10 fans enter. So they can hear it. They can hear the roar of this crowd. My goodness, I'd love to know the official attendance. This is well over 1,000, maybe in the 2,000s range. I have never seen this ballpark this packed.
I mean, yeah, if you look down both foul lines, it's just packed with people, Hugo. Dare I say 2001.
Well, I'd say I think Healdsburg needs to go harder than this. They need to have more people. They need to rock Rec Park on Thursday. First pitch at 6 p.m. on Thursday. Get to Rec Park and watch some great baseball as the Packers potentially could win the championship then. The 1-1. In there, called strike. Bender of a breaking ball. Falls in there on the outside of the zone. Keenan Morris rocking a bleached blonde, long hair that kind of creeps under his helmet. This one at his head, tried to locate that breaking ball up high, and that'll even the count, 2-2 with 2 down. So, Sonoma County, pack out Rec Park, please. The 2-2 outside, count goes full with 2 down.
Yeah, Crawford, he should get out of this inning here, I mean, as soon as he can, because Packer bats just need reps right now, Hugo, and they need them bad.
Yeah, Packers can catch fire with anything. And Blake Crawford, good night to Keenan Morris, sends him down to end the inning. So we head to the 5th. Crawford posts another 3 up, 3 down inning. We'll be back with the top of the 5th inning. And we're back, the top of the 5th inning. Hideki Prather coming up out of Clemson University in South Carolina, ACC school. One of the many ACC players here, and he swings on an inside fastball for strike 1. Sasso into his 5th inning of work. He's been cruising retired the last 10 batters in order. Takes ball 1 there. Sasso gets his signs, nods, twists and fires. Swing and a miss. So beats Prather there with the velocity. Now it's going to be a 1-2 count. So now Packers needing plate discipline. Drake DiGiorno on deck. He struck out last time up. And then Cade Campbell. Clean second way through the order so far for Sasso. Question is who they will bring in after. The pitch inside got Prather right on the hands. That is painful. And knowing that the Packers only have one other catcher on staff, that is going to be a rough one. Especially because that one catcher is on staff is DHing right now. So the Packers would then move a pitcher into that spot. So that might open the door for a Keegan O'Hearn or a Jake McCoy, dare I say.
Yeah, Jake McCoy would work too. We talked about it with him before the game if he was going to maybe give it a shot at pitching in the playoffs, but now it actually might be necessary, Hugo. Yeah, tough break right there, and that was hard off the hands of Prather. As this one grounded and gets away from the third baseman, but his throw not on time. Just beating it out is Drake DiGiorno.
Yeah, I don't know. That was definitely close. If I had to be honest, when I looked up, I think the throw got there. I think the throw was in time to get DiGiorno, but umpire thought otherwise. Tough play, tough call there, but the Packers have a runner in scoring position with nobody out, and Cade Campbell at the plate. Campbell homered twice in the last 2 games. Sasso looks in, fires, swing, and this one is lined into left field. It gets down. It'll take a short hop into the glove of Jacob Pappas. The throw goes errant over third base, and it'll be loaded bags for Jay Souza. So with one swing of the bat, we could see a tied ball game right here.
Holy cow. I mean, it shows you momentum. It's a real thing, Hugo, and Packers starting to pick up a little bit here with each hit and each little thing that happens. And now Jay Souza with a huge opportunity.
Yeah, why not? Jay Souza, why not him? First pitch to Souza is popped up into left field. Prather will go. It is caught. The throw in is off, way off home plate. Both runners move up. All the runners move up.
That was a wild throw. Just totally tailed off, and I mean, Packers put them on the board now.
Yeah. So one run scores. DiGiorno moves up to third. Cade Campbell moves up to second. So now it is a 4-1 ball game here. We hope the audio is not giving out. We'll maybe have to check again. The receiver has been messing it up. Antonelli Salvatore at bat, and it is a called strike 1. The 0-1. This one is hit the other way into left field. It will drop. It drops in front of the left fielder. A run will score. DeJarno's across. And it is now 4-2 with runners on the corners. Campbell over to third. That one, Pappas almost had a great beat on it, and it just dropped right in front of him. And that might be the day for Sasso. Manager going to head out there and talk with him.
Yeah, it just dropped right in front of Pappas, and he nearly had it, but I'm not sure what happened. Just little happy feet towards the end of it. And Packers within 2 now, so impressive work to get back in it here in the top of the 5th.
All right. Well, the audio seems to be working well. So if the audio is cutting out again, then hopefully it should be fixed. Potentially could be because there's a lot of phone action and going along around us, and it could mess up with the transmission. But we enjoy the fact that you guys are tuning in. And we're really happy that you guys have tuned in all year. It's been a fantastic season. Max Martinez at the plate. He swings and misses at the heater there. But, yes, thank you for the audio sounds okay. The audio on my end is okay. So the audio. Jack, I think that it might be on your end because the audio sounds great on our end. So I have checked with other people. The audio is okay. So it might be on your end this time as Martinez fouls this one off into foul territory. First baseman Medikoff over on it, makes the catch. So now 2 down. Well, anyways, Logan Sutter now at the plate with runners on the corners. 2 down. The pitch. And Sutter crushes this one. Back there is Pappas. He is going to watch it fly. It's off the wall. 1 run scores. Around the bend is Tavateri. He is digging. He will score. And this ball game is tied.
Oh, my goodness, Hugo. What a turnaround by this Packer offense. This is the team we're used to seeing.
Yeah, well, now with 2 down and not much of an answer, the Crabs have definitely cracked a little bit of a shell with the Packers. And it's Ladahoff. The power alley still going here for the Pack. The pitch. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. Ryan, this has been incredible to see. I am absolutely buzzing right now. I don't know if anyone can really hear it in my voice, but I am incredibly happy.
I can tell, Hugo. I can tell.
So they're counting with, there is no pitch clock, but the crowd is still counting with the pitcher. Honestly, at this point, when your defense is working, it should be opposite to football. You want to be quiet here.
Yeah, you're right, Hugo.
Well, anyways, 1-1 with 2 down. Sasso feeling the pressure, fires a breaking ball in the dirt. Alex Leopard on deck, lethal hitter. Also, we'd like to take a quick moment, shout out a Packer alum, Camden Hayslip, for tuning in. Ryan noticed that and was very happy. So, Ryan.
Yeah, last summer, I remember Camden. We were talking about him actually on the car ride up, believe it or not, about last summer's team, and we mentioned him and his great home run summer.
This one skipped over to third, throw in time onto first. And The side is retired, but that's not before the Packers do damage and tie this ball game back up. We once again have a game, and the momentum has swung. The pendulum is back with Healdsburg. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Blake Crawford continuing his great outing. We'll be right back. Let's go! All right, we're back with the bottom of the 5th. The point streak should be live, ladies and gentlemen, courtesy of your owner, Natalie Norman. She also got called a tall drink of water, Ryan.
Wow,
so
Hugo.
she's very happy right now. Not only is the team she owns tied this ball game just back up, but the atmosphere is packed here at Arcata Ballpark, which has got to be great for the Pac Empire League. People are respecting the high quality of play we're seeing here, and we're looking at Tyler Howard up now from the University of California Agricultural, a.k.a. UC Davis. The pitch, swing and a miss.
Yeah, that's quite the compliment, Hugo. Usually I get, you're a shot glass of water, and I take that as well, but tall glass of water is quite the compliment.
Yeah, she just got called that, so she's sitting up here enjoying the ballpark, enjoying the weather, and our interns tuning in. I'm getting text messages from around the league. They are hyped, happy to host a game in Healdsburg, and you know what seemed to be the Packers were down and out. They fought back like Rocky and have tied this ball game up 4-4. 4 runs, 5 hits for the Crabs. 4 runs, 4 hits for the Packers. Tyler Howard in a 3-1 buffet count. He winds and deals. Swing and a miss. Fastball in on the hands. Got the bat going early. 3-2, full count. Crawford trying to keep up his great outing. Bullpen movement out in right field. It's Logan Addison. That one fouled straight back. Got me flinching. That one was headed right for our faces, Ryan.
I didn't move an inch, Hugo. I mean, you almost fell behind this fence.
Well, we were
talking behind us.
We were talking about nicknames and what you get called. Well, sometimes I know you get called nonchalant, and you were just nonchalant there, living up to your nickname.
That's
anyways, 3-2, full count. That one's in the dirt, and Howard will walk.
It's good patience right there from Howard. And his great day continues. I mean, on base now 3 times.
So now it is going to be Cameron Sewell, his Causeway Classic rival on base. Sewell, that one in the dirt. See, well, it's very interesting because these guys know each other that are up here in Humboldt. You got a lot of UC Davis Aggies, you got a lot of Sac State Hornets, and they're rivals during the regular season. And that rivalry is deep between Sac State and Davis. But Sewell fouls that one into the glove of Prather. Fastball caught the outside corner for a strike. 1-1. These guys, they basically turn around and partner and start helping each other. Have you done that? Who is Cloverdale's biggest rival? You think Healdsburg? Who is it? Upper Lake?
No, I wouldn't say Healdsburg or Upper Lake. I would probably go maybe Middletown. Middletown would be Cloverdale's biggest rival.
All right. You ever partner with Middletown to do something for the greater good?
No, I stay away from there.
All right. I understand. 2-1 with nobody out. The pitch upstairs, 3-1. So Crawford seeing a little bit of the command deteriorate here. We've got the glove back on just in case it fouls off. He fouls one back to us. It also keeps my hands warm.
Well, there you go.
Ryan, he's
built-in
got his
hand warmer.
Yeah, he's got his hands in his pockets right now, just shivering from head to toe. This one
shivering.
Fouled off. Stop lying. This one fouled off. 3-2 with no outs. Runner on first is Tyler Howard. Cameron Sewell, 8 jacks, 8 homers, 41 RBIs, and we officially get the tsunami warning. The entire arena erupting.
These people are a little too happy to receive a tsunami warning.
They're erupting in tsunami warnings. The National Weather Service has issued a tsunami warning. A series of powerful waves and strong currents may impact coasts near you. You are in danger. Get away from coastal waters. Move to high ground or inland now. I'm going to be honest. We're in high ground. We're
ground,
inland.
Hugo. We're 12 feet off the ground. This is not high enough.
That 3-2 is inside. He'll walk. Four, and 2 straight walks might spell the end of the outing for Blake Crawford. I'd look to see if you can get a little bit more from Crawford. We'll see what Coach Gomes looks to do with Brandon Mann now warming up in the pen. Ladahoff down there to catch for him. So it seems like Crawford's going to stay in the ball game with Adam Enyart coming to the plate, and with one swing of the bat, he can blow this game once again wide open.
Hugo, clearly the PEL Championship Series is much more important than the lives of all in attendance. Everybody went straight back to watching the game.
I'd rather watch baseball than freak out about a tsunami. Honestly, I would rather watch baseball. I'd rather die watching baseball than live running away from baseball games. So I love baseball. I live for this. This is the beauty of summer baseball. You're here in Arcata. It's 59 degrees. It is beautiful. The Redwoods are here. It's 4-4. It's a tied ball game. It is an insane game. The wave is going here. It is a great atmosphere, albeit it is weak, yes. The waves on the coast are not weak.
Yeah, it's a tsunami, Hugo. We're about to get taken out.
In there for a called strike. All right, the earthquake was on the Bering Strait. We're far away from the Bering Strait.
You don't know that.
But anyways, we've got a baseball game to call. 0-1 now to Adam Enyart. He fouls this one off. The atmosphere is absolutely buzzing here. Got some Packer faithful actually mixing into the crowd. Seeing some maroon and black, which is good to see. Got to shout out some of our host families. There's one host family, can't remember their names, but they are from Orinda on the East Bay, and they come to every game. They came on the road this time, so much respect to them. A lot of love goes out to our host families. They do a lot. The pitch, this one's fouled off. So 4-4, runners on first and second. No outs. Blake Crawford facing off against Adam Enyart.
And Hugo, also shout out to the Mann family. They showed up out here in Humboldt.
Yeah, we already mentioned Jay Souza's dad. He's out here too. But yeah, Brandon Mann's family, they're out here. He came up. He said hi. We've got a great community here with the Healdsburg Prune Packers. If you're a future player, you want to come nowhere else but the Packers. 1-2 with nobody out. Double play balls in order at every bag. Third baseman playing in. DiGiorno Middle infielders out on the outfield grass. Both runners go. Pitch. Throw down to second. Not in time. The double steal pays off.
Yeah, that's lethal right there. Both runners getting an amazing jump off the pitch and both safe. Hugo, that's huge for the Crabs. 2 in scoring position.
And 2 in scoring position with nobody out. 2-2 count. Two and two count with nobody out. Crawford into his windup. The pitch. Grounded hard. Throw goes to third, and it's past the third baseman. DiGiorno, 1 run scores. Coming around the bend, the throw home. In time. He's out. So they're going to call a conference. He looked like he was safe. So they're going to call the runner safe at home. So 2-run score. Runner moves up to second. And now we're going to have a conference. So as it stands right now, it's 6-4. After an error by the Packers. That was on Cade Campbell. So 2-run score for the time being. Coach Gomes going to talk things over. All things considered, I believe he was safe at home. I think when I did say it was in time, I meant that the slide was in time. The slide was there. I don't know about the Nope, they're going to call him out. They call it back. He's out. And the crowd erupts in boos. So Cameron Sewell is out. Appeared he got under the tag. We'll have to look at a replay, but no replay here.
It's radio.
So the umpires getting booed. So it is 5-4 now with the runner on second. So let me recount that play. Hard ground ball to Cade Campbell at shortstop. Throws it to third to get the runner in a force. Or excuse me, on the tag. Gets past Drake DiGiorno, who is not expecting the throw. Goes past him to the backstop. DiGiorno scrambles for it, picks it up, throws home. Cameron Sewell comes in, sliding. Seems like he gets under the tag, but the umpires overturn that. He is out. And now with 1 down, 5-4 lead for Humboldt. The Crabs fans right now feeling a little cheated. The pitch in there, called strike. Now that one, at that point, I think that's just booing for the sake of booing. That was a strike, pretty much middle at the bottom of the zone. So 0-1 with 1 down. He looks back at second, fires in the dirt. 1-1. It's been a wacky and wild 5th inning. Both teams have been working. Brandon Mann and Logan Addison both up in the pen. I think that's Coach Chris catching Brandon Mann's bullpen. Coach Chris Carter was catching a little bit, and then it seems Addison and Mann are trading some throws. This one popped into right field, and it will fall. Coming around the bend, the throw will not be sent home. Run sliding in, home. It's 6-4.
Wow, Hugo. The Crabs. Doesn't matter if he's out at home or not. They're getting that 6th run. I mean, that was just a blooper, a teardrop right over the head of Logan Sutter.
And the Crab coming out here. Crazy Crab, and that's going to be the day for Blake Crawford. Brandon Mann will come into the game. Look at Mann's stats, 24 1/3 innings pitched, 31 strikeouts, only 7 walks, 3-1 record with a 2.58 ERA. So we'll be right back when Mann starts his outing. Packers trail 6-4 here in the bottom of the 5th with 1 out. And we're back here. Bottom of the 5th, 6-4, Packers trail. Brandon Mann into the ball game on the mound. Hard throwing righty, fires a fastball in the dirt that Enyart swings out of his shoes for. Or excuse me, it's going to be Jacob Pappas. 6-4, Packers trail. 0-1 count coming. Mann dominant on the mound. Holds a 2.58 ERA on the summer with the Packers. And another nasty fastball. Swing and a miss. The velo change has to be insane here, going from Tremaine to Crawford to Mann. All guys who sit 90s, but Brandon Mann, he's another type of speed. 95 on the gun, his average fastball. 94, 95, and then he tops out around 96. The pitch, breaking ball in the dirt. Pappas tempted, but does not go. It's going to be a 1-2, and maybe some sign issues here. They're going to talk it over.
Yeah, Mann came in to deal, though. I mean, he's pumping gas already. And Hugo, I noticed you're putting your windbreaker on.
Yes, I am.
Will that be enough?
I am the final person in this ballpark, I believe, who is putting on a windbreaker.
There is a local I saw with a cutoff tank top running around.
Well, that's Arcata. This one lined into right field, coming in and making the catch is Alex Lepper. The throw back to first, almost in time. They call him safe. I don't know. That was close, Ryan.
It wasn't even meant to go to first. Alex Lepper tried to hold back the throw, but it slipped out of his hand, Hugo, and rolled all the way to first.
Yeah, potentially could have been a double play ball there. So 2 down now for Tate Metcalf. The pitch to Metcalf inside nearly hits him. He gets out of the way. That one would have hurt. The bust up here with Brandon Mann. Great day here, 1-0. This one is crushed the other way. And it's going to get off the wall in left field. Thrown in is going to hold up the runner at third. And now with 2 outs, there are runners loading scoring position for the Crabs. And it'll be all for Timmy Reed. He struck out twice today. Packers need to get out of the inning. They've brought in their guy to drop the hammer. It is Brandon Mann. They're trailing 6-4 after a big 4-run inning in the top of the 5th. And I believe I've just seen a reincarnation of Logan Sutter walking up the stairs.
I saw that, and I thought it was Logan Sutter. Not, though.
Yeah, so local bearing the same resemblance of Logan Sutter. This one in there for a called strike.
Nearly identical. We might need to get a picture after the game.
Yeah,
If Logan Sutter or this Crabs fan are in a good mood.
Yeah, we'll see. 0-1 count now. Man, waits, he fires. That one is in the dirt. 1-1 with 2 down. 6-4 ball game here. Crabs lead it. 6 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Humboldt Crabs. 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Packers. Timmy Reed waits, firing his man. This one finds its way into left field. 1-run scores, coming around the bend. The throw home, not in time. He will score. And just like that, it's a 4-run inning for the Crabs, and they are back on top by 4, 8-4. They will not go down easy.
Yeah, and that's a tough break for Brandon Mann. He's pitching so well, attacking the zone. It's just when you're throwing that hard, it's off the bat just as hard, if not harder. And that blew by DeJourno over at third base. Barely had time to dive for it.
This pitch is fired in for a swinging strike 1 to Michael Perazzo. He singled and got an RBI, scored later on back in the 2nd, flew out to left in the 4th. Timmy Reed taking a generous lead over there at first. Perazzo fouls this one off. 0-2 now with 2 down.
Yeah, with it being 8-4, Brandon Mann just got to get out of this inning here. Just give his offense time to shine again.
Yeah, Logan Addison warming up in the pen right now. Packers might start to conserve some arms for Thursday's game. The pitch, this one hits softly on the ground. Max Martinez over on it. He makes the play onto first for the out. So side is retired, but the Crabs tack 4 more on to lead it 8-4. We'll be right back with the 6th inning right here on the Packers Radio Network. And we're back here. Alex Leopard leads things off. Heartbreaking inning for the Packers. They get 4 runs to tie things up, and their 4 is matched immediately by the Crabs. So 8-4 ball game right here. The pitch, and this one's fouled off. Leopard felt like he was on that. Definitely frustrated the contact he made.
Yeah, and I was talking with Leopard before the game and leading up to the game today. He likes the heckling. He likes all the noise that these Crabs fans bring. It said it gives him a little extra juice and fires him up.
Well, let's see if that juice shows here. Sasso into his 6th inning of work. They feel that he's got enough of a cushion to be comfortable.
Leopard also told me I wouldn't last long here in Humboldt because of the heckling.
Well, I don't think many players last long here, and we'll see what the Packers look to do in the bottom of the 6th. This one outside. The positive of the way that this thing sets up, the Packers do have 2 home games to close out the 3-game series. So if they do, in fact, drop this game, they have home field advantage for Game 2 and Game 3.
In a much warmer climate.
Yeah. So the ball will fly. A lot more wind in Healdsburg. The ball will fly. Everything. I mean, wind has been at a standstill, which I was not expecting tonight.
Yeah, still pretty cold, though.
Very true. So 2-2 now. Sosa fires, and it's in the dirt. 3-2 now to Leopard. Got a lot of guys warming up in the pen just in case this becomes a marathon. It kind of already is. Nearly 2 hours into this game. We're not getting home until 3, maybe 4 in the morning.
No! Oh, my.
I feel like a vampire right now. The 3-2, and this one's fouled off.
What makes you feel like a vampire?
Oh, we're just nocturnal.
We've been up all day, though.
Yes, we have. We have been up all day. I sleep. I sleep when I'm like a dog. I sleep with my eyes open.
That's not dogs. My dog sleeps with his eyes closed.
It depends on the dog.
On
Funny
the breed?
enough, my dog does sleep with his eyes open.
What kind of dog breed are you, Hugo?
3-2 is outside, and he'll walk.
Sorry.
I don't know what type of dog breed are you.
You just totally flipped that on me. All right.
Exactly, yes. Answer the question. You propose a question. Answer it.
I would say Chihuahua.
You're a Chihuahua?
Yeah. I'm small, loud, and obnoxious.
All right. All right. All right. I don't know. I don't know what people would describe me as.
You're a corgi type of guy. I can tell.
Well, I do like corgis, so I would not hate to be a corgi. This one flown out into foul territory. It'll end up over in the picnic tables in right field. Definitely a minor league feel to this ballpark, which is nice to see. A lot of fans coming in here. 0-1 now to Hideki Prather. Packers got the leadoff man on by way of a walk, and so they're looking to continue their offensive explosion here. Crabs were shut down by Blake Crawford and then came back up. But now Packers looking to flip the script, and this one under the grasp of the shortstop Parazzo over to third, and sliding in safely is Alex Leopard. Parazzo checking the dirt. He slipped trying to make the double play effort there. We'll see how they score that. I believe that's going to be a hit. That was hard hit by, nope, they're going to score that as an error.
Well, all right. I thought it was a hard hit, but
he did lose his footing, should say. He did lose his footing. It does seem like it's a lot more moist on that part of the infield.
It is pretty moist here.
Yeah, which might actually help the Packers because of the way that the Crabs have been playing the shift against certain hitters. And this one, DiGiorno lines this one into left field. Leopard will score, and the Packers, 3 consecutive base runners in a run. This is possibly the end for Sasso.
Yeah, and it looks like they've been figuring him out the last 2 innings. And now a long talk with his catcher.
And no, they're going to let Sasso go. Crabs also looking for length in their pitching.
What's going on the loudspeakers here, Hugo?
Yeah, if we had our ambient mic, which was causing the audio issues earlier on, we would be able to hear that. But, yeah, that was definitely interesting. Something about Mamacita.
I love you, Mamacita.
Yeah, well, hey, they show their love up here. All right, 8-5. Runners on first and second. This one to Cade Campbell. He fouls it off. Sasso still working here. Crabs have some action out there in the pen. Big, lanky righty. 0-1 with nobody out. Prather at second. DiGiorno at first. Sasso looking for a ground ball here. His pitch in the dirt. Skips. Great job by Forsyth to keep that in front of him. So 1-1 with nobody out. 8 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors for the Crabs. 5 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Packers. Packers have been a lot better fielding-wise on the back half of the season. The pitch, and this one is popped up in the infield. In on it is the first baseman in foul territory, and he makes the catch.
Tough break right there for Campbell, just underneath that pitch and straight up to the first baseman.
Well, here we go into the 2-hour mark of this game. Ryan Moffett is not happy. Souza, swing and a miss. Swings at the bender of a changeup. Souza hearing it from the crowd here. They're asking him if he can feel his feet. I'm sure he can. The pitch, swing, and he crushes this one. Deep right field, will it stay in the ballpark? No, it won't! That one is gone! Jay Souza ties the ball game!
Hugo, I don't believe it. It seems like every time the Crabs pull away, Packers have a response for it, and Jay Souza, welcome to the playoffs.
My question is, can he feel his feet? I bet he can! I bet he can!
Wow, Hugo, sorry to our listeners. You just assaulted their ears. And now we're getting some weird looks from the Crabs fans. And
well, they asked him if he could feel his feet. Well, how's 336 to right field feel for you? Yeah, heckle. That's the day for Sasso. Gives up 8 runs, 4 runs in back-to-back innings, and the Packers have tied the ball game up.
What a hit by Souza, though. That was crushed.
At the end of the day, I'm going to say this about Sasso. He stayed in the game, showed a lot of longevity.
He had a great day.
He had a great day for the first 4 innings. They looked for a lot more longevity after that. And it's tough against a very, very stacked lineup like you see with the Packers. Great job by Sasso, but just errors hurt him and got some unfortunate calls. And for him, at the end of the day, 8 runs, I think maybe 3 of them were his fault, where he'll get tagged for those. But
And when you let your pitcher, or when you let this Packers lineup see your pitcher 3 times through each, they're going to figure his stuff out. All these guys, talented bats and great approaches to the plate, Hugo. So 3 times through for each guy. Somebody's going to mash a ball like Souza did.
Yeah, I feel bad for Sasso. At the end of the day, tough one for him. I shouldn't be, as happy as I am, but as happy as I am that the Packers have tied the game up. Sasso performed very well those first 4 innings for a time. Had retired 11 in a row, was cruising, and then after that 4-run inning, you kind of got to say, you know what, let's go to a bullpen arm. I don't know how many arms the Crabs honestly have left towards the back half of this season. They played a lot of games, played 45 games. Packers decided to go with a lighter schedule this year, the lightest they've ever had, 40 games. Barring the COVID-shortened season, they have never played less games in the regular season, and it's allowed their guys to have more longevity, more rest, and they have not come back from down 4 once, but come back from down 4 twice. And there's one out now, and it's the top of the order at that in Antonelli Savatieri.
Yeah, the Packers have just plenty of room to add on to the damage they've done in this inning, and they'll just have to figure out this new arm.
That one's upstairs. The new man for the Crabs is Brody Jacobs. Very, very good pitcher. He's had some great outings against the Pack. The way that he releases the ball and the way that his windup is, it almost is like he hides the ball until it releases out of his hand. So he's a tough guy to hit. He's proven to be a very, very good pitcher against the Packers. This is the right guy to go to if you're the Crabs. Especially, honestly, you cannot count out the Packers. You need Brody. You need Spencer Jacobs. They're the twin brothers. You need them to dominate for you. If you're the Crabs and you want to win this series, you need Brody and Spencer Jacobs. That is the answer to your question. They have been the guys that the Packers have had no answer to this entire year. You need those guys to perform. This one popped foul. And out of play. So it is Jacobs coming in after Sasso goes 5 1/3. Crabs likely resting their ace, Miles Standish. Well, it's going to be a 3-2 count now with one down. Savatieri waits the pitch from Jacobs. Swing, and this one is popped the other way. Ranging over is the third baseman. Out of play.
I don't know how this is going to work. Okay, Hugo, you can describe to the listeners what I'm doing. I'm throwing cash at the Crab staff. Oh, you're tall.
All right. Well, full count. Savatieri pops this one up. Over on it is the shortstop, Michael Perazzo. He makes the catch, and Savatieri is retired. Well, here we go. 2 down, 8-8. It is going to be Max Martinez. This one upstairs to Martinez. He was not here when Jacobs first pitched. He's not on the insane run that he has been on. The righty out of USC. He waits. He fouls this one straight back and at a car that was moving.
Yes, that car was moving, Hugo. I think it got out of the way in time.
Yeah. Well, they might be great hitters here. They might hit a car. You know, that's the way that the PEL is. That's the way that summer collegiate baseball is. Some of these ballparks are built right into the city limits as Martinez sees that one right down the middle. 1-2. The Trojan trying to fight on and keep the inning rolling. 1-2 with 2 down. The pitch. Got him looking. Martinez sat down. So Brody Jacobs comes in relief and shuts the Packers down. But it is tied 8-8. We'll be right back here when Brandon Mann goes into another inning of work. Well, now it's going to be Brendan Mann, and he fires a fastball off the plate. Ball 1 to Keenan Morris, leadoff man here for Humboldt. 8-8. Packers tied it 4-4. Crabs matched that 8-4. Packers matched that 8-8. So we're here in the bottom of the 6th. Two 2-0 count here from Mann. He fires that one in the dirt. So Morris works a 3-0 count to start things off. Left-hander going to Oklahoma Baptist University. The 3-0. Outside, nope. Called a strike. Clips the outside part of the zone there. 3-1. Morris waits, the pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball on the outside part of the zone, got him to chase. So 3-2 count now. Man, bouncing back. Bullpen getting warm. Got a pitcher throwing full length down there, and that is going to be a walk. I believe might be Tanner Bradley down there warming up.
Yeah, hard for me to tell, Hugo. We're a good distance from the bullpen.
Hey, well, it's almost like it's the first inning yet again. 0-0, but 8-8. So Morris will undoubtedly look to go here. He is a fast runner. Takes a big lead over there as Tyler Howard watches that through the zone. The UC Davis kid. Davis and Sac State rocking with both Adidas schools, so I feel a little bit like I'm rooting for a team as Howard lines this one into right field. It finds some green grass out there, and runners on first and second to start things off.
Yeah, good start for the Crabs this inning. I mean, both teams, every time something happens against them, they're responding so quickly back. It's like a boxing match, Hugo.
And we'll see what they can do here. Sewell, the heart of this order, coming in for the Crabs.
And Hugo, keep this in mind. Howard just a triple away from the cycle.
Here we go. The pitch outside. One 1-0 now, and they might look at a double steal. Corner infielders playing in. This pitch is outside. Once again, Packers not going to go into, not trying to find the zone here, just trying to get the chase. And the guy like Sewell, who sees the ball well, he has been taking everything inside. That one down low, 3-0. So Brandon Mann trying to figure it out. 3-0. The pitch in there, called strike. (3-1) with nobody out. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Man, works well. You do not want to load the bases here after such a solid start for the Crabs. You don't want to load the bases if you're Brendan Mann, especially with Enyart coming up. And he walks him. So juice bases with Adam Enyart coming to the plate, and Joey Gomes will head out to talk to his right-hander. That might be the day for him, and we're going to see a new pitcher. So Brandon Mann exits. Enter Tanner Bradley for the Packers. Local kid looking to save things for his ball club. We'll step aside. So it'll be Adam Enyart. We're back. Tanner Bradley looking to save things here for the Packers. Force out at every bag. Nobody out, though. 8-8. Loaded bags for one of the best hitters in the PEL, Enyart. Fastball on the outside. Called a ball. Bradley. 4.09 ERA, 26 strikeouts, 11 walks, 4-1 record. Graduate of Cardinal Newman High School, went to Oregon. He fouls that one off, 1-1. One and one, nobody out. 8-8. Packers in a deadlock, back and forth, trading blows. As you said, Ryan, like a boxing match. 1-1. The pitch. Swing, fouled straight back. And no catch made.
You ever been in a fist fight, Hugo?
No, I have never been in a fist fight.
It's probably a good thing.
Yeah, probably. All right, well, Enyart right now in a bit of a fist fight with Tanner Bradley. 1 and 2 with nobody out. Bradley looks in. Kicks and deals. Short chopper, foul. Good jump by Morris over there at third. Quick and elusive lead runner. So Morris at third, Howard at second, and Sewell at first. Enyart, Forsyth, and Pappas due up, but if the Packers can pick up a double play here, that would shorten the inning. A 1-2 with nobody out. Bradley looks in. He'll set. Breeze fires in the dirt. Anyard almost went there. He's looking for a ground ball or a strikeout with a force out at every bag. And with the way that the Packers offense has been, a ground ball getting a double play and letting home a run is not a bad spot here for the Packers. 2-2 with nobody out. Bradley. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss! The bender got him. Enyart frustrated as he heads back to the dugout. The Gale shut down.
That is huge, Hugo. I mean, holy cow. Now that gives Bradley the chance to work himself into a double play here and just get out of the inning. Possibly no runs put on the board by the Crabs.
Yeah, we'll see. Liam Forsyth coming up. He singled and scored last time up, but struck out the last 2 times before that. So 1 for 3. The pitch inside on a breaking ball. It hit him. And then it hit the umpire. So time is called. It caught the umpire, and he is feeling it right now.
Yeah, the umpire clearly got hit because he was in a downward dog position, so I'm guessing it was to his downward dog.
And with that, we will take a break. And we're back here. Tanner Bradley going to work against Jacob Pappas. 0-1 with 1 down. Umpire is okay. It's 9-8 now. Humboldt. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. The bender folds Pappas. 0-2 now. Big confidence building for Tanner Bradley. We'd like to shout out one of our interns, Nolan Brenner. He's been helping us out with the broadcast this year, and he's listening back home. So enjoy the fact that you're listening, enjoying this broadcast. Thank you all for making us part of your Tuesday night. 0-2 coming now from Bradley. He's at the belt. Twists and fires. That one in the dirt, too, trying to get Pappas to pop at it, and Pappas does not.
It's a whole lot of pops, Hugo.
Yeah.
Are you a big pop and lock guy? Do you like to bust a move?
I don't know. I mean, not really. You're a big dance guy. I know that.
Yep.
You love
Love it.
dance. Bradley trying to dance his breaking ball into the strike zone. Locates that a little bit outside. 2-2 now. Pop is pretty much taking all the way at this point. Defending the strike zone. He is shrinking his strike zone. Prather. The pitch. Grounder. DiGiorno collects on the way. One at home. They will not throw at first, so bases will stay loaded, but it stays 9-8. Great play there by Drake DiGiorno on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, definitely. DiGiorno with a clean backhanded play and just good throw home. Nothing fancy about it. Just getting the job done and getting the out at home.
So 2 down now, bases loaded for Tate Medikoff. Medikoff, not a great average, but he's got that power home run stuff. 1-0 now with 2 down in juiced bags. 9 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for the Crabs. 8 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Packers. Approaching 2.5 hours of game time. This game will go well over 3 hours. Bradley fires that fastball outside. 2-0 now. Packers need to get out of this inning, especially with the cunning Brody Jacobs coming in the 7th. He has been solid against the Pack. They have not had an answer. This one, hard grounder. Campbell collects, he'll tap on second, and the Packers escape the inning. So Tanner Bradley gets the Packers out of the inning. We'll head to the 7th. 9-8, the Packers trail as Ryan Moffett will take the mic back and be music to all of your ears. We'll be right back.
All right, we're back in. Per request, shout out to the Crabgrass Band. They just held me at gunpoint and told me to say that.
Well, they've been doing a great job tonight, and they're actively holding me at gunpoint. But
right.
Logan Sutter is up, and he's facing Brody Jacobs.
Yeah, and we were just talking it over. Sutter, 1 hit on the day. He had that double early on, 2 RBI double at that. And he'll look to replicate that maybe here, get this inning started for the Packers as they trail 9-8.
Yeah, great job by Tanner Bradley to come in with bases loaded, nobody out, and only surrender 1 run on a hit batter.
So here's the 2-0 from Brody Jacobs. And gonna miss the top of the zone, and just like that, 3 straight balls to Sutter. We know how patient he is in the box.
Yeah, he's definitely learned that a lot over this summer. Came in, struck out 11 times in his first 4 games.
And just like that, Sutter will not get the walk. Started walking out of the box, thinking he got the call, but umpire said, hold on a minute.
And the umpire definitely a little bit more protective of himself after what transpired last inning.
Definitely. And a swing and a miss from Sutter. Just like that, the count goes full after being 3-0.
Yeah, this is a very, very good pitcher. Brody Jacobs, a guy that, as I mentioned, is the way that he releases the ball, the way that his windup goes. You don't really see the ball until it comes out of his hand.
And there is ball number 4 that Sutter was waiting for. He'll get the walk over to first.
Cade Lanahoff now coming to the plate, 0 for 2, 0 for 3 rather. Reached on an error back in the first. But that's huge first runner for the Packers. That's now back-to-back-to-back innings that they've gotten a runner on to lead things off.
Yeah, strong start. And we've seen how it's ended in those other innings. 4-4, both 4-run innings. And there's a ball right there to Lanahoff.
The way that the Packers have just been dominating the last few innings, it's pretty much been the same guys leading off. And you got the heart of the order.
And a swing and a miss from Lanahoff. Count evens out at 1-1. And you mentioned it earlier, how Lanahoff has that tape on the earpiece of his helmet. And another swing and a miss from him. Crabs fans asking him, why do you have a Band-Aid on your helmet? So the heckling never ends.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the energy you need. It gets cold. You need the energy from the crowd to keep things warm.
1-2 pitch on its way, fouled back into the backstop by Lanahoff.
I feel like Jacob Janicelli right now. I'm calling the game, doing some color commentary, and flipping a baseball in my hands.
You're just one with the game. That's how you really feel part of the baseball game. You got to have one in hand.
Getting jammed must hurt right now. This is
yes.
not nice.
Pitch. Missing outside. Good patience by Lanahoff. 2-2 count.
And we lost 3 viewers just for me saying that.
I would leave too. 9-8's the score. Lanahoff in the box with Sutter on first. No one down. Jacobs throws it back to first. Not going to get Sutter.
And kind of a lazy throwback to first just to keep Sutter in check. Sutter, not a guy who's known for really going. More so the man on deck, Alex Leopard. The Packers really have not stolen bases much in those last few games.
Swung on, and that will go foul and out of play. So Lanahoff doing a great job this at bat to not only extend the bat, but stay alive and really give Brody Jacobs a hard time.
Yeah, these Packer batters, they've struggled with Jacobs, but, well, both the Jacobs twins, but we'll see if they can do it here.
And that fouled off into the helmet of the catcher, and he's down. We're going to wait for some coaches and staff to get out here and tend to him.
That was into the hard hat, not into the mask. That was into the hard hat of the helmet. That's painful. That's Liam Forsythe down there. I hope he's okay. At the end of the day, they're talking with him. They're gonna give him a. He's gonna get up. He'll be fine.
Wow, showing some toughness there.
That's some grit.
That is some grit, Hugo. We know you got a lot of it, but holy cow, Liam Forsythe might have just passed you on that list.
I definitely think so.
As he gets some words of encouragement from the fans. You're a dog, Liam. As he's going to walk around, get his bearings straight. And a shake of the head, and his cap is back on. Forsythe showing off the toughness, and you know it hurt that much more since it's freezing cold outside.
Yes, it is. Bound down to 58 now.
And after a practice pitch, Forsythe looks good to go. Rubs some dirt on his leg, and he's ready. Now the umpire going to give him an extra second, talk with Ladahoff, and now we're right back to the action. So count 2-2 for Ladahoff.
This is where Ladahoff needs to barrel one up here. That 394 is looking nice.
As he hits one right up the middle, fielded by the shortstop, Perazzo. And just like that, they turn it 2. Get the double play. Huge for this Crabs defense.
That was a close play at first. Ladahoff definitely legged it out. Tough one there for the Pack. Down 9-8. Now you got a guy named Alex Leopard coming to the play, and that guy can hit the ball hard and he can hit it far.
Yeah, he can do both of those, and he's got some wiggle to him, you know?
Yeah, he led off the 6th inning. The man on deck, Hideki Prather, he led off the 5th inning where both innings the Packers exploded. So it's not out right now. Only 7th inning. Haven't even hit the stretch yet.
Oh, my.
I know Ryan's dying inside every time I mention the time.
Well, it's not even that. It's the temperature combined with the time, Hugo.
I don't know why you're cold. I don't know how you're cold. I'm going to be
How?
honest. I don't know how you're cold. This is light. This is the winter time. Oh, to be fair, you do go to ASU, but you are from Cloverdale. This is the winter time in NorCal. Come on.
I guess.
It's like average day temperature in the winter.
As there's a strike to Leopard. I mean, I guess that's catching the outside part of the zone, Hugo?
I guess so. I mean, maybe some run on that. Jacobs has some nasty pitches. That run can really help him. I don't know.
So 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Another looking strike to Alex Leopard. That one on the inside, though.
That one definitely more believable there. Leopard with the way that he approaches the plate. His back hip looks a little bit in line with the inside of the strike zone. So that open stance definitely working here. He's going to try and work away. Take advantage of that outside stance.
Jacobs fires, and that really inside, nearly hitting the back thigh of Alex Leopard.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. Thought he would work away because of Leopard, the way that Leopard approaches the plate. That's kind of been the go-to of these Crabs pitchers tonight, and it's worked. Leopard flew out to center and struck out in the 4th. He walked his last time up, trying to work another walk here with 2 down.
Leopard swings at it, popped up in the air. It's gonna drop just on the other side of the fence. So Leopard will get another chance.
Yeah, he's battling here on a 3-2 count. Prather and DiGiorno waiting here. Tanner Bradley likely to go out there. Packers have no movement in their pen.
So full count for Alex Leopard as he steps back into the left-handed batter's box, ready to face Jacobs. And the pitch outside. Leopard will get the walk. And now Hideki Prather will come up to the plate.
Yeah, uncharacteristic here of Jacobs. He walks another base runner. Right now, if that isn't a double play, you're seeing runners on first and second with 2 outs, which we could see very quickly here.
But Prather will watch the first pitch outside for a ball. Prather got on by error last inning, and a throw back from Jacobs over to first, keeping Alex Leopard on his toes. Jacobs fires. Off the end of the bat of Prather, gonna look like it's falling into the mitt of Tyler Howard in right field. Good job tracking it by him. And like that, it's 3 outs. And the Crabs hold on to their lead 9-8. So we'll be back after the great singing of Take Me Out to the Ball Game in the bottom of the 7th. All right, we just got done singing with these Crab fans in the Crabgrass Band. And it's officially bottom of the 7th. And in the box for the Crabs is Reed.
Yeah, a lot of Crabs fans, a lot of Crabs here.
A lot of Crabs here, I can confirm, especially up in this box.
No bullpen movement for the Pack. They're going to keep Tanner Bradley out there.
Bradley fires on the 1-0 and in there for a strike.
Timmy Reed 1 for 2 with an RBI, or 1 for 3 with an RBI, struck out twice. The Packers need to put up a 0 here, stay in this ball game.
Pitch on its way from Bradley, smacked out into left field, and waiting for it is Savateri, and he'll catch that for out number 1. Good start to the inning by Bradley.
Well, it's the last call for beer, and
that's what that
line, and there goes the booze.
Wow.
Up here in Arcata.
That might be a sign. If you're booing at that, I don't know.
They might rush the
field.
field.
Might have an issue.
I know you've participated in a few field rushes.
I have. I think I can legally say that.
Oh, yeah. I don't think they're going to arrest 50,000 ASU students for rushing a field against BYU.
But they might arrest one.
But they might arrest you. Anyways, it's Michael Perazzo at the plate.
He watches that pitch miss inside, down by his shins, and it's a 2-0 count. And now cheers in the stands because someone's kick flipping. A lot going on at this ballpark, Hugo. Pitch from Bradley. That catching the top corner of the zone. Make it a strike. 2-1 count. Pitch to Perazzo. Swings on it, and it will drift foul over towards the Crabs bullpen. Count now 2-2 for Perazzo. Bradley waiting for his sign. And now here comes the pitch. And nearly missing Perazzo. spins out of the way of it.
Yeah, Bradley struggling with his command of his breaking pitches here. That was the one that caught Forsyth and caught the umpire on the same pitch, banged off of Forsyth and then into the umpire. But now full count for Bradley. See if he goes back to that off speed or if he'll try and charge at him with a fastball. I'd like to see a come get me pitch here.
And lets it go by him. It'll be called a ball. So Parazzo gets the free pass to first.
Well, now it's Keenan Morris. So it's the top of the order for the Crabs. Hey, it's just, I feel like playing here for the Crabs, it's like Florida State playing at Doak Campbell Stadium. Yeah.
How so?
They have insane, their chances of winning go up by at least 20% playing at home.
Wow. As this grounded over towards second base, they're going to try to turn two. They got it. The Packers with a wonderful defensive play to close out the inning. And like you said, they needed a 0 on the scoreboard to stay in this game. They get just that. 9-8 the score. We'll be back in the top of the 8th.
We're back here. Adam Enyart on the mound now for the Crabs. He'll face Drake DiGiorno. Fires in a called ball 1. Take it away, Ryan.
Yeah, thanks, Hugo. It's good to be back. I think I need to adjust my headset. I accidentally left my hood on, so it's a little quiet, but that's okay as this first pitch fouled off by DiGiorno.
Yeah, so Enyart, two-way player. Not the only one in the league, but the only one for the Crabs. The only problem with the Crabs moving Enyart to pitcher is now their DH spot immediately becomes the pitching spot. So they cannot move a player into DH now. So it's now he's going to have to pitch the rest of the game.
Quite the task for Enyart, as now that's fouled off by DiGiorno again. Count now 1-2.
And it's the 7-8-9 for the Packers, DiGiorno, Campbell, and Souza. At least one home run hitter in that. DiGiorno still looking for his first of the summer.
It would be a good time to get it here, as here's the pitch. Smacked by DiGiorno out into center, and waiting underneath, it's Reed for the out. So now coming up to the plate, Cade Campbell. Not an easy day for him. I mean, has that single, but outside of that, not a lot to show.
Well, that just means he's due, Ryan.
Exactly.
We'll see what he can do here.
As he fouls this one up and onto the street behind the stands to our right.
I respect here the Crabs definitely not wanting Jacobs to go another inning after he gave up those 2 walks, just trying to conserve arms and get out of here with a win.
A weak grounder back to the pitcher, and he's going to flip it to first for out number 2. 2 quick outs here for Adam Enyart on the mound.
A tough one there for Campbell. Now Souza coming to the plate, and he hit a home run last time, so let's see what they do in this approach.
Yeah, 4 RBIs for Souza today. 1 on the sac fly, 3 on that homer.
Packers potentially could have the heart of their order coming up with the game on the line. We'll see what the Crabs do. 9-8. We'll see if they ride with Enyart.
First pitch from Enyart. Outside part of the strike zone for strike number 1 against Souza.
Packers still trail it 9-8.
Second pitch to Souza. He'll watch it go by, and another strike. Quickly behind 0-2 against Enyart. So the lefty Souza back in the box. Working with the 0-2 count. Enyart quick to work. Pitch is outside. First ball on the count.
Souza homered his last time up. Potentially could put one into the night again. We'll see.
Enyart getting the sign from his catcher. Shakes it off. Agrees on one. Here comes the pitch. Souza watches 3 strikes, and he goes down against Enyart. Good work from Enyart to put down the side, and just like that, they hold on to their lead again. They are not far from the win in Game 1. 9-8 the score. We'll be back in the bottom half of the inning. All right, back here in the bottom of the 8th, and it's the Crabs' turn to try to put some more runs on the board. And leading off is Tyler Howard, in dangerous spot in the lineup if you're the Packers. He's had such a great day.
Yeah, heart of the order due up here. Howard, a triple shy of the cycle. It's going to be hard to get here.
Pitch from Bradley, swung on and fouled off. Bradley has done a good job coming into this game, Hugo. Cardinal Newman product, but just a great job to minimize damage and keep his team in this game. The 0-1 on its way to Howard, and gonna miss down in the dirt. One and one's the count for Howard.
2-2. They got the count wrong.
Thank you, Hugo, as it's grounded over to shortstop. Fumbled by Campbell, and his throw's gonna be late. Won't beat out Howard. So just like that, a runner is on first. And now coming up is Cameron Sewell.
Packers gonna need a ground ball here. Get out of the inning. Get their hot bats back up.
Pitch from Bradley. Missing high and outside.
Looks like Enyart's gonna stay out there. These Humboldt fans, you know, if they do end up winning, they will not be able to see Game 2 or Game 3 here. We'll be back in Healdsburg. Next game will be on Thursday, 6 p.m.
Bradley's pitch, a hard grounder that goes foul.
A great job by Tanner to just bear down, throw strikes here. It doesn't matter the score, doesn't matter the situation, doesn't matter the hitter. He's just firing in strikes. He knows he can beat these guys with his velo, you know. It's that Big Ten over everyone mindset. You know, you're facing a guy who's from Big Sky, Sac State. His mindset, you got to just pound the zone. Hope he doesn't get something nice to hit. Best hitter on the Crabs here at the plate. I think you go back to that fastball.
We'll see if he does that against Sewell. And the runner going to second, and Prather's throw is going to be short of the bag. So just like that, it's a stolen base for Howard, who got on by error.
Yeah, an insurance run here for the Crabs would be huge. Howard can get over. It's a massive, massive play.
So Hideki Prather will talk with Bradley, and now he's heading back to home plate before they face Adam Enyart, or excuse me, not Adam Enyart.
Sewell will stay out there. He's walked all 4 times at the plate today.
Impressive stuff.
0-0 with 4 walks, and he's in a 2-1 count.
The pitch on its way, he crushes it over to second base, flipping it to second. Campbell was waiting at second, but it seemed like he was unprepared for Max Martinez to flip it there instead of going to first.
That's a tough one. It's a real tough one there for Max. Back-to-back errors for the Packers. Not good. The only positive for them really here has got to be that you now have a force out at every bag, and now Coach Gomes going to head out there. Mason Lerma warming up in the pen for the Packers. The guy who's expected to come in, drop the hammer if the Packers take the lead or tie it up.
Yeah, and if Mason Lerma comes in, that'll be pitcher number 5 for the Packers tonight. They've gone through a lot of arms.
Well, here with no outs, you need Bradley to lock in, throw some strikes, which he has been doing. Get some softballs in play. That's a tough one. these two runners, if they score, are not earned on Bradley. So Bradley right now, no earned runs, even if he gives up another 2, which Packers are looking to not avoid here with Adam Enyart coming up. Enyart struck out last time, but he's looking to give himself some extension here and some insurance runs when he comes in to close it out in the 9th.
So big moment for Adam Enyart. No outs. 2 runners on. And here's Bradley's pitch. Missing inside. So Enyart working with the 1-0 count against Bradley. Bradley sends the pitch home. And make it a strike. Strike number 1 against Enyart. Count now 1-1.
Yeah, that's what you need. Bradley firing in, pelting the zone here.
Bradley's pitch on its way and missing inside. Couldn't get it to break.
Again, struggling with the breaking ball. That slider.
So count now 2-1. Bradley checks second, now fires. Grounder right back to him, and he's losing the ball, but manages to stay with it and throw it to first for just 1 out.
That's a tough one there for Bradley. Now with 1 out, asked to do what he was asked to do originally. Come in, hold the Crabs. Infielders all in on the infield grass with Liam Forsyth coming up. It'll be Forsyth and then Pappas.
Yeah, tough situation here. Runners on second and third looming in this 9-8 ball game. This could be huge for the Crabs to extend their lead. Liam Forsyth ready for the first pitch. Fouls it off.
We're getting to desperate baseball time here. This is desperate defense from the Packers and desperate offense for the Crabs. So looking at it, ball put in play here that could be fumbled. Runners miscue, running could turn into a double play. If you're the Crabs, you don't hope for that. If you're the Packers, you hope that clean infielding, but both teams 3 errors. This has been a rough one.
Bradley's pitch missing outside.
One and one with 1 down.
So Bradley getting ready to send it down to Forsyth, who struck out already twice today. And they're not going to get the strike call there. Good attempt by Prather to try to frame it and sell it to the umpire. Two and one count. Forsyth waits patiently in the right-handed batter's box. Pitch coming, swung on and missed. Forsyth, big swing and a miss, now making the count 2-2.
Yeah, Bradley drops the breaking ball there. He's finally found it. And if that's a sign of things to come, that's a good sign for the Prune Packers. Got a guy with incredibly good swing and miss stuff in the pen. You'd like to save him for the 9th.
Bradley's pitch and another swing and a miss. He got him.
Great pitch there from Bradley. Chase pitch rings up Forsyth now with Pappas coming to the plate. Huge.
Make it strikeout number 2 for Tanner Bradley on the day.
Now, all things considered, pretty solid outing here for Tanner right now. coming in, and he's doing what he's been taught since he was in high school.
He's been in some tough situations today. First pitch to Pappas. Strike number 1, right down the middle.
Pappas just watching it go by, lined out in the 5th, grounded into a fielder's choice. Great play by DiGiorno at 3rd. Get the runner at home.
Bradley sends the 0-1 pitch and fouled off the end of the bat of Pappas, and quickly an 0-2 count.
Tanner's found his breaking ball. At this point, if you're going to conserve Lerma for the next outing, the Packers tie it up, I'm confident in Tanner. He's found his breaking ball. I'm confident in him going 9.
So the crowd getting into it as it's an 0-2 count for Pappas. 2 in scoring position, 9-8 ball game. And Bradley spikes it. Ball gets away from Prather. 1 comes in. The Crabs add another run on. 10-8's the score.
Tough one there from Tanner. Well, now what you hope he can do is get out of it. 10-8. Had command on that breaking ball, just spiked that fastball there. It's a tough one. Took a weird kick.
So another ball right there. 2-2 count for Tanner Bradley.
Well, now Packers, their magic number has to be 2. Mason Lerma waiting.
Thunderous roar from this Crabs crowd, and swung on, but it hit Pappas, so he's going to go down swinging, but he's got to go back to the dugout with a big old bruise.
Nice. Oh, they're going to charge.
So he ran at Bradley and quickly changed his mind.
Yeah, Tanner was definitely put off by that.
That was quite an aggressive run, like I'm about to do something, and then he changed his mind.
Yeah, that was.
If you're going to run at someone, I mean, come on.
Knowing Pappas, he's a very good player. If they were to lose him, if you were to charge that, that would definitely result in a suspension, potentially outright. He'd be out for the rest of the season. So,
well, the season is 2 days.
I know. Well, wise to change his mind because he can now play in. What if Enyart can lock this thing down in the 9th? Could be the Crabs locking it up.
So we'll step aside as Enyart warms up, and these Packer bats think about what they're about to do to come back 2 runs in this 10-8 ball game. Welcome back here in the top of the 9th. Do or die time for the Prune Packers, but who else would you rather have up than the top of the lineup? It's Antonelli Savateri to lead things off.
Yeah, he's 2 for 4 today, 2 singles. See if he can start things off here.
He's going against Adam Enyart, the man who's trying to finish the job for the Crabs today.
Packers have moved Mason Lerma out of the bullpen, planning on potentially seeing a closeout situation or a another ball game pretty much restart heading into the 10th.
So it's a 2-0 count for Saviteri. Here's the pitch from Enyart. He watches that, and it's going to catch the outside corner.
Ooh,
of the box.
That one was, I can see it. I can see it. That one was a few inches off the plate, it seemed, but I can see it. I can see where you call that a strike.
2-1 count. Saviteri swings at it, popped up into foul territory, and sitting underneath it for the out is Keenan Morris. Crabs 2 outs away now from a Game 1 victory.
Well, as we mentioned, Game 2 will be at Healdsburg on Thursday. Game 3 will be on Friday if necessary. Crabs are going to have to take care of business on this Game 2 if they win tonight.
So now facing Enyart is Max Martinez. The pitch from Enyart, watched by Martinez, in for strike number 1. Enyart fires, swung on by Martinez, jammed up, and that's going to go down the line and drop foul.
And a tough one there.
So Martinez already back in the count, 0-2. What's the approach, Hugo?
I think right now you just got to be defensive. Try and just don't chase anything in the dirt. You got to try and get something in play.
He swings at this one, popped up over in a grouping of Crabs, and it's caught in foul territory. Nope. No, is it dropped,
It
Hugo?
was dropped. Or was it caught? It seemed like he picked it up from the ground.
Were the lights too bright?
Nope, it was dropped. So Martinez returns.
So Martinez with an extra life here in the top of the 9th. Still an 0-2 count. Enyart trying to put away Martinez, but Martinez putting up a fight. And right there, he got him. Martinez goes down swinging, and Logan Sutter stands between Enyart and a victory.
And you got 2. So where the Packers, that spike becomes a tough one because you need now 2 instead of 1 run. And they're going to play the shift here against Sutter. To be illegal in the MLB. That second baseman shaded playing in the shortstop spot.
And these Packers continue to watch strike 1 go by them. 0-1 count for Logan Sutter. Pitch from Enyart. Skips in front of the plate. Count now 1-1.
As I mentioned, Crabs are going to still have work to do. Whatever team wins tonight, they're still going to have work to do. But this is a packed-out crowd that is very happy right now.
They're letting Sutter feel all this pressure. The 1-1 on its way. Sutter swings and misses. Now down in the count, 1-2. Enyart just a strike away from Game 1. Crabs fans on their feet. Pitch from Enyart on its way, and Sutter goes down. A strikeout for Enyart. What a game. He punches it out and gets Crabs game number 1. Crabs fans loving every bit of it.
Well, tough one there for the Pack. They head back home. So they play Thursday and Friday. Well, Thursday they got to win to force a Game 3 on Friday. But the positive is they have home field advantage. The Crabs live 4 hours away. I would be very shocked if they bring this presence. But ladies and gentlemen, you watching, tell all of your friends, get to Rec Park. Get to Rec Park as soon as possible at 4 p.m. Get to Rec Park at 4 p.m. on Thursday. Pack out Rec Park for a 6 p.m. game. It's going to be a great one. Packers, Crabs. This Crabs team, they're hot. They're hungry. They're looking for a big win and to win out the championship series. But the Packers, they're definitely going to feel it, and they're going to hear it too. So I would not be shocked if I had to call it. I think that game 2 is going to be a blowout, and it's going to go in
Hugo.
one way, in only one way.
Well, you heard Hugo. Come to the park tomorrow for game number 2 in the championship series.
Thursday.
Thanks.
Come to the park
Sorry,
Thursday.
I'm ahead of
Almost
myself.
feels like tomorrow.
I know. It's going to be a long trip back for Hugo and I. Ryan Moffett and Hugo Traverso bringing you the Packers stream tonight. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you later in the week.